welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. And this look is centered around this quad from ColourPop Cosmetics. This is the Metamorphosis or Be the Change quad. And this was in collaboration with Coffee Break with Dani. If you aren't familiar with who she is, y'all are missing out. I love her so much. I've talked to her like a couple of times, but I feel like we're like best friends. I love watching her channel. She has so many different kinds of videos and she's just so peppy and fun to watch. Like if you need someone to wake you up in the morning, go watch her channel. So I will have her link below as well as the video where she's talking about this quad because I just love that video so much. She talks about like all the different meanings behind all of these shadows, and like I said, I just love her. She's a fellow mom YouTuber and I just have so much respect for other moms that do YouTube because I know she also has to film at like 11 o'clock at night as well. So yeah, mad props to Coffee Break with Dani. I love this quad so much. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then go ahead and keep on watching.
Starting out with foundation, I'm applying my L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade W3, and I'm just doing a light layer of this all over my face and blending that out with my damp beauty blender. I love this foundation because it gives me nice coverage, but it doesn't look too heavy on the skin. Going into the Metamorphosis quad, I'm first taking the shade Strength. It's a really pretty kind of peachy taupe shade, and I'm applying this in the crease with a big fluffy brush. I'm just blending this all around. This is just going to be our transition shade and help to blend everything out. Because the shade that we're using on our lid is a sheer opal, I'm going to be using a black base. This is a black gel liner from Morphe and it is super black. So I'm using a concealer brush and I'm just applying this all over the lid first, and then just taking a brush and blending out that edge so it's not quite so harsh. When using these sheer opal finishes, if you use a dark base, it's going to make it show up much more pigmented and really intense. So I love using the black base, especially for the shade that we're going to be using today. Now for the lid shade and the star of the show, I'm using the shade Kindness. This is such a cool eyeshadow. It has so many different colors in there. There's a little bit of red, there's brown, some maroon, and teal. It just changes with every single base that you use it over. So using the black, I just feel like it makes it so intense. And I'm just packing that on with a little e.l.f. brush all over the lid until I get the intensity that I want. Now taking the shade Bravery, it's a really beautiful rich brown color. I'm taking that into the crease with a Sigma E25 brush because this is going to give a lot of definition to the eye, and it's also going to help us blend out that line where Kindness ends. So I'm starting on the very outer corner and then I'm just slowly diffusing that in. Once we get into the inner corner, I don't want that area to be too dark. Then I'm just taking a big fluffy brush and blending out any harsh edges that we have left behind. So my camera totally decided to cut out on me, but I was just applying my wing liner with my NYC Liquid Liner per usual. I do this in almost every single video. Now just apply some mascara to your lashes, and for me this is totally optional, but I am just prepping for false lashes. And the ones that I used were the Goddess lashes from Koko. And now it's on to the under eyes. I'm using my Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Brightener to cancel out my dark circles, and then just going over that to conceal with my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Classic Ivory. Especially when you have something bold and dramatic on your eyes, you want to do something that's going to highlight under your eyes as well. So mine's about one shade lighter than my natural skin tone. To set my under eyes, I'm using the shades Vanilla and Banana, both from the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I first like to tap it in the area where I applied the concealer to make sure that it's set, and then I like to do little circular motions to make sure that everything is blended out. For the bottom lash line, I'm taking this purple liner in my waterline, and then I'm going to be blending that out with the shade Bravery, that dark rich brown shade. I think the purple just accents the eyes really nicely, and I love a smoked out lower lash line. So I'm using a flat definer brush from Sigma to run that all the way from outer corner to inner corner. Add some mascara to those lower lashes, and then it's on to contour the face, and I'm using the shade Fawn from the Anastasia Contour Kit and my contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just hollowing out my cheekbones, making them look a little bit more defined. Then I also take this around the sides of my temples, also around the sides of my chin. I always do this, this is optional, but I just like to do it. It makes my chin look a little bit more defined. And then I am contouring my nose to slim it down just a tad. And of course, every time you contour your nose, you want to blend everything out. So I'm just using this buffing brush from Real Techniques and blending out those lines so it doesn't look so harsh and noticeable. If you're someone that can go without blush, then totally do that. Just keep it with the bronzer, but I have to have some kind of color on my cheeks, so I went for this Nude-Tude blush from NYX. It looks like you have something on your cheeks, but it's not like a blushing color. So of course I am using my Champagne Pop for my highlight. I'm applying this to the highest points of my cheeks. I also take just a very small amount on the tip of my nose, also my Cupid's bow, and then I also use that same highlighter to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, and then I do take this on the arch of my eyebrow as well. For the lips, I wanted to do something mauve. I feel like it complements the eyes really well, and I love this because it is matte. It is Lumiere from ColourPop, and I didn't want to do anything too glossy. That would take away from the eyes, so I'm just applying the Lippie stick first and just lining my lips with that and then filling it in with the Lippie pencil, and I just love this color so much, and it's a really comfortable matte. So once you get that on, it looks complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!